let's put our program back to the way it was by taking the comments out there, and comment region, taking that comment out there and re-indenting that region so that we're back to the way we were. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a second exception, but first of all I'm going to see if I can work out which exception happened. So something went wrong. We got a URL error, and I'm going to have another exception here. Except u2.http error as e print same sort of thing. Something went wrong. We got a HTTP error. Let's give the reason if we can. So now I have got two accept blocks running. Hopefully one will catch an error for the Google for the misspelt address URL, and one will catch an error if it couldn't process the information. So let's see what happens. So it's spelt correctly, so the only thing I expect to go wrong is the fact that I couldn't get any data back. So let's run the program, enter a postcode, just press enter, and something went wrong. We got a URL error, bad request. That's not what we expected. We expected the HTTP error. If I go back to my code, it turns out that these, or the order of these, is quite important. Oops, I missed something out there as well. s.exit 0. So let me take this block and place it above this block. So now it's going to catch the HTTP error first and then the URL error. So let's run the program again. Enter a postcode, nothing at all. There we go, we've got the HTTP error, bad request. So let's try the URL one. Let's see if we can make the URL problem. And if you remember, URL problem was if we didn't have a correctly spelled URL. So I'm going to give it an address this time, correct address, and I'm going to make a mistake, and I'm hoping that it's not going to pick up a HTTP error. So let's try that. So let's make a mistake. So delete that, save it, and run my program. But remember, this time I've actually got to put in a postcode, otherwise it will pick up the HTTP error. And there we go. So in this case, the HTTP error was checked for first. If there was no HTTP error, which there wasn't, it was a URL error, then it will come down and it will manage the URL error. However, with this one following the URL error, if there was an error, it picked up the URL error first, because basically they're the same thing anyway. And we didn't get the right message. We didn't get the correct item. We had no postcode, but we got a URL bad request. So the order of these errors is important. Now that is something for you to look at in the Python documents to figure out which order you need to put your errors in to be caught. All I'm saying this for is just so that you're aware and that you can handle things carefully and know why certain things are not working when you expect them to. So that's that for this video. We're going to still take a look at a bit more because there are still errors that can occur, and we want to make sure that we handle everything.